Don't damage your hearing. Well, what if I want to? No one's gonna say that, except maybe you are actually damaging your hearing. Now I'm missing hearing in my mid-range between like 7 to 12K in my right ear, and it fucking sucks. So what I'm gonna do today right now is I'm gonna show you exactly how to record your vocals without killing your hearing. We're gonna go over how to properly record your vocals and preserve your hearing while recording those vocals and in the playback phase. We'll show you a quick first method that is super easy, and here it is. Let's make sure that this is functioning. And you're gonna see that I have some pretty decent signal coming in, right? Like, that's pretty loud. I'm starting to clip. It's getting into that yellow area. I'm not talking super loud per se, but I just do wanna show you what I'm seeing on my computer screen. And it shows here that I'm going pretty much all the way to the end here of this little gain signal to show how much of my audio is coming through. So I'm gonna back off of this a bit. When you sing and you start to get super loud, it might not necessarily be the best idea to have it as high as we had it. For me, I typically set my gain right around here, just halfway, because especially if I'm going to be singing loud, this is a good middle point. Now, if I'm going to be singing quiet Billie Eilish vocals, I want to make sure that at the hardware level, my gain is going to be capturing a lot more versus capturing a lot more. And hopefully that should sound a little bit different. I should have sounded quieter. And now I just got to go in and make sure that you're going to be able to hear me inside of the DAW. So that was step one, is just making sure you're setting your gain level correctly. One of the things that we do want to do though, is we want to make sure that you are not going to be clipping inside the software. So one thing to clip on hardware in analog, but it's another thing to clip in the software. And that's because with hardware, there is a lot more room for loudness, for saturation, but digital is perfect. It lives in its own little perfect world, and you have to play by its own little perfect rules. You can't modify something digitally like you can on hardware to, you know, overdrive it and maximize it. You have to work with what you're given inside of a DAW, inside of the software. So that means that if I were to go above 6.0 and I would clip and go into the red like that. See how I'm at 6.0 right there? It's not going to read any more information from my voice, meaning it's not going to capture the loudness of my voice because it can only handle a certain level of loudness. I was going up here, but it's not going to register that. So what's going to happen is my voice is going to be cut off, and then it's going to be saturated in this really disgusting way where it sounds like an old radio or TV signal, or maybe like the... And we don't want that. So we want to make sure that our level is being recorded in the green, which you can see right here on my interface. And that's all you need. A good microphone performance comes in handy later, and when you hear people talk about good microphone performance, they talk about knowing how to position the mic. I have my mic off to the side right now. You know, my voice is going to probably sound a little thinner than it could because I prefer it this way. So do what's going to sound good for the song. If you need your voice to sound thicker, then sing directly into the microphone, like face your microphone head on. You know what I mean? And don't like smush your face against it. You don't need to smush your face against it. Just be at a comfortable level where you don't need to. And I think this is a big problem with why I was experiencing so many issues, because I was like, well, what's the way to get it right with the physical placement of the microphone? Am I singing loud enough? Am I singing close enough? Do I need to be far enough away? Because, you know, I'd start clipping, but I couldn't hear myself in the DAW. And, you know, it would be green on the hardware monitor, but it would be red inside of Logic, and I'd be like, what is happening? All right, so don't let any of that confuse you. Just get to a comfortable level where you're not clipping in your DAW, you're not clipping on your hardware, and you're coming through being able to hear yourself in like the upper half of your digital scale here, of your dB scale. Okay, that's all you need. Don't listen to anyone's specificities, because that's just going to confuse you as a beginner, and it's going to confuse me. The simpler we can make it, the better. You're not a master if you can't explain it simply. So Just make sure that your vocal's popping up into the upper half of that dB scale that we're looking at right now, and you'll be golden. That's it. That's all you gotta do. That's Gladys, by the way. What a big babe. We're making a video. You see the camera? You see the camera right there? You see it? No? That's okay. Alright, bye Gladys. You're gonna see that my volume button is all the way down. That's a good thing. You're also gonna see that my 48 volts is on because that means the microphone's on and we're getting signal, which is this green thing right here. So we're gonna want it all the way down because we don't want to fuck up our hearing and blast it out, okay? I have all of my tracks set to unity, which just means that they're at 0, which is the upper side of the scale. There's a little bit of headroom here of 6 dB, but this white line right here that my cursor's on, that is unity, okay? So make sure that it's all set to unity. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring in the track and we're going to adjust the level on the hardware until it's comfortable for our listening needs. Go ahead and start by playing your song. Okay, and then coming over here, and we're going to adjust the volume a little bit at a time until it's at a comfortable listening level. And that's perfect for me right there. I'm going to show you exactly what I was hearing and how I ruined my hearing. I'm going to play this track. I was cranking everything up so that I would be able to hear myself. I was cranking everything up with putting compressors on there, gain boosting them, putting delay on them, putting reverb on them, just so I could hear myself. And I was damaging my hearing, and I would just blow out my ears, barely being able to hear myself kind of coming in the background so I could sing the song, but you don't need to. We are going to record. I couldn't wait to see you, but you're so obsessed with yourself. And every day you play these games, I'm going past, you're going past. Your attitude's a goddamn shame. Da 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 da. So you don't even need to hear yourself, all right? If you're the kind of person that needs to hear yourself, we'll get into that in a second, but I just want to go back here and show you. Okay, you can't really hear me, right? So here's all I'm gonna do. I'm going to play this, and I'm just gonna simply turn down the instrumental until I can hear my vocal. Every day you play these games, I'm going past, you're going past. Your attitude's a goddamn shame. Da, 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 da. Okay, that's perfect. And I'm just gonna go to metronome settings after right clicking and just keep it in simple mode. I'm gonna turn the volume way down, like right there. Just that way, when I do turn up the volume on the hardware, I'm not going to have problems with the metronome counting in and clicking really loud. So what I'm going to go ahead is I'm going to go ahead and slowly turn up the volume until we're at a comfortable listening level. But you're so obsessed with yourself. Baby, it was too new. And I can even turn down the volume on this a little bit more. Every day you play these games, I'm going past, you're going past. Your attitude's a goddamn shame. And that's comfortable for me, okay? So I'm at -21 on the scale for my instrumental. I'm at unity for my vocal right here. But you're so obsessed with yourself. For my hardware, I'm right there. I'm like, I don't even know what that is. A little more than 1/4 of the way up. I'm like 1/3 of the way up almost. Now, here's the alternative, is literally just the reverse of what we did for those of you who actually want to hear yourselves coming through the monitor, okay? We are going to bring this knob all the way down, all right? And we're going to go into our DAW, and we are just going to initiate playback at unity, right? Meaning that it's at 0. And we're just going to slowly bring this up. Okay. And then we're going to adjust the slider. So I'm right about there. And for the instrumental here, it looks like I'm at -17. We're at definitely a comfortable level here right now. I'm gonna go down here, pause it, and I'm going to turn on my monitoring so that I can hear myself. And the more I adjust the volume here, the more I'm able to hear myself, okay? Because I did that, in the DAW, the track for the instrumental is going to be infinitely louder now. So what I'm just going to do is I'm simply going to grab that slider, turn it all the way down, okay? So I can't hear anything. I'm going to slowly bring it in so that I can hear the instrumental at a comfortable level. And that's perfect. It's perfect. -25 is perfect. Now I can hear myself, and this is the way I sound in person as it does in your system. But you're not going to be able to probably hear the level of loudness that I hear in my headphones due to the fact that I'm controlling the volume from the hardware